left, which is our goal today, is to keep attacking. Okay? Somebody goes from the gut. We can get two guys.
The final stage of the Valley of the Sun stage race ends the day Sunday with a crit. It's a figure-8 shape, seven turns. A few of them are pretty sweeping, really fast course, hard to get a breakaway to go, but that was our plan. With 10 guys in the field, we really wanted to try to get something up the road. So 6 or 7 of us were on breakaway duty, while the rest were kind of hanging out, waiting for a field sprint. Like I said, the course is really fast, so for anything to get off the front, it took a lot of power, and usually it would only sit out there for, yeah, I don't know, half a lap, maybe a lap at the most before it was reeled back in, just because it's so easy sitting in and going off the front. It was pretty windy, a big headwind on the back stretch, so and that was usually a good spot to attack because it's wide open and quite a long stretch of road, so people were attacking there, and it was super hard to stay away just due to the nature of the course, and the headwind made it that much tougher. But you can see we're covering a bunch of moves. Here I am, hopping on the race leader's wheel. We had a little gap here, but I think we only stayed away for a lap or so before someone bridged up to us, and you can see I'm going backwards pretty quick after that effort because it hurts a ton going off the front, but sitting in is pretty easy on this course. So all day we kept covering moves, guys were launching, following moves, just doing everything we could, going after preems. Kind of just having fun with it since GC is pretty much over. Going into the crit, you're not going to make up, you know, 2 or 3 minutes just in a hour-long crit. Especially not in a flat and fast crit like this one, so. A good true crit to get the crit legs going again. Lots of surging, fast. I think we averaged close to 30 miles an hour for the whole race, so you can see it's pretty damn hard to get anything to go off the front. And it was nice to get a bunch of vantage points from a bunch of guys on the team. As you can see, we got Spencer's cam here. Joel and Reese were also running cameras. I had 2 cameras on my bike. Dennis had a camera, but the footage didn't turn out too well for his. And also Spencer had a camera, or Scott had a camera, but it was pointed a little too high in there, so I couldn't really use that footage either. But kind of refining what I'm going to be doing for the season. I plan on doing this for most of the races, just to give everyone a good view of what it's like from inside the race, and kind of brings that race story that you tell everyone and brings it to life here with the footage, so a little added bonus there. 58 minutes in, hour-long race. I think we had 2 to go, or 3 to go, and things really started ramping up. The attacks really started flying on the backstretch here. You can see there's a crash right there on the outside. There's these cones covering up these poles, and you can see right there on the far right side there was a crash. I think a guy clipped his pedal in a turn and caused a huge gap to open up. You can see we're all sprinting. There's a big gap. I think there's 10 or 15 guys in the front group that weren't affected by the crash, and we had Reese and Joel up there, which was our ultimate goal, as we were working for Reese, and Joel was the last lead out man to take him to the line. So that kind of messed everything up, as I was about to jump on the backstretch and get up there and give one last dig for those guys going into the last couple of turns. But that's part of racing. Shouldn't have been that far back, even though the crash happened kind of towards the front. But with a fast course like this that's wide open, you can expect stuff like that to happen pretty regularly. So here's Joel sitting second wheel with Reese sitting on his wheel, going into the last 2 turns before the home stretch, where they'll open up for the sprint finish. I was a little far back. I think I was 12th or 15th wheel right here. You can see what's going on behind us. Everyone's hurting pretty bad going to these last corners, as it's pretty fast. So, and this is a true sprint. It's a long ways. We knew you couldn't be first out of the corner like Josh here, starting the sprint, winding it up a little early. But here's Reese's point of view. He goes around Josh. Joel goes left. Reese goes right. And you can see just there, Reese got caught at the line by 2 guys. So yeah, so we were super close to pulling up the win. Had the sprint been 20 meters shorter, Reese would have had it. I think Joel would have been second. So overall, really good day. Team executed well. It's going to be a really fun season with these guys, and I'm excited to start team camp and get the rest of the week going with these dudes. So that was the Valley of the Sun stage race. I think Brett finished 6th GC, I was 10th, and then those 2 guys were up there in the crit, so a pretty good final day. Not what we were overall hoping for, but we'll definitely take it. See you guys next time.